Unitary method. A method in which a value of a unit item is first obtained to find the value of any number of items is called the unitary method. Unitary method involving two different of quantities called single unitary method, and unitary method involving more than two different types of quantities is called the compound unitary method. The simple rules of unitary method are as follows. To get more, we multiply. To get less, we divide. If 3 shirts cost 990 rupees, what is the cost of 6 shirts? Cost of 3 shirts is 990 and cost of 1 shirt is 990 by 3, which is equal to 330. And the 6 shirts cost is 6 into 330. We get 1980. Less number of shirts, less cost. More number of shirts, more cost. When 30 men work together, they can reap a field in 21 days. How long will 45 men take to reap the same field? Time taken by 30 men to reap the field is 21 days. Time taken by 1 man is equal to 21 into 30 days. So, time taken by 45 men to reap the field is 21 into 30 by 45 days, which is equal to 14 days. Hence, 45 men can reap the same field in 14 days. While using unitary method to solve problems, we come across two types of variations. These are direct variation and indirect variation. Direct variation. If two quantities are related to each other such that an increase or decrease in the first quantity causes an increase or decrease respectively in the second quantity, then the two quantities are said to be vary directly. For example, the cost of article varies directly as the number of articles. More the articles, more the cost. Less number of articles, lesser the cost. Ratio of number of articles is directly proportional to the ratio of their costs. The distance covered by a moving object varies directly as speed. More speed, more in the distance covered in the given time. Less speed, less distance covered in a given time. Ratio of speed is directly proportional to the ratio of distance covered. Like work done varies as number of men at work. More men at work, more amount of work done. Less men at work, less amount of work done. So ratio of number of men at work is directly proportional to the ratio of amount of work done. Inverse variation. If two quantities are related to each other such that an increase or decrease in quantity causes a decrease or increase in the second quantity, then the two quantities are said to be vary inversely or indirectly. For example, the speed of a car varies inversely to the time taken to cover a certain distance. More speed, less time taken to cover a certain distance. Less speed, more time taken to cover a certain distance. So inverse of ratio of speed is directly proportional to the ratio of time taken. Or time taken to finish a work varies inversely to the number of person at work. More men at work, less in the time taken to finish. Less men at work, more is the time taken to finish. Inverse ratio of men is directly proportional to the ratio of the time taken. If a cost of 15 balls is 354, calculate the cost of 25 balls. Cost of 15 balls is 354. Cost of 1 ball is 354 by 15, which is equal to cost of 25 balls is equal to 354 by 15 into 25, which is equal to 590. Ratio method. Let the cost of 25 balls be X rupees. and clearly more balls will cost more. So that with a direct variation, so ratio of number of balls is equal to ratio of their costs. 15 is to 25 is equal to 354 is to x. So when I bring it to the next side, 15 into x is equal to 25 into 354, which is equal to x is equal to 25 into 354 by 15 is equal to 590. Hence the cost of 25 balls is 590. A certain number of men can complete a piece of work in 80 days. If, however, there are 10 men less, it would take 10 days more to complete the work to be completed. How many men were there originally? Let the originally there be men X at work. So now X men can do a work in 80 days. One man can do a work in 80 into X days. X minus 10 men can do it in 80x by x minus 10 days. But now the work takes 80 plus 10 days. That is 90 days to be completed. 90 minus 80x by x minus 10 is equal to 90, which is equal to 80x is equal to 90x minus 900, which is equal to 90x minus 80x is equal to 900. When we minus 90x minus 80x, we get 10x, which is equal to 900. And now I should bring the 10 to the next side, leaving the x alone. When there is no sign between a variable and a number, it means it is multiplication. So when I bring the 10 to the next side, it becomes division. So 900 by 10, x is equal to 900 by 10, which is equal to x is equal to 90. Hence originally there were 90 men. 10 men working 6 hours per day can do the work in 30 days. How many hours per day should 20 men work in order to complete the work in 15 days? One man can do the work in this one day working 6 into 30 into 10 hours, and 20 men can do the same work in one day working 6 into 30 into 10 by 20 hours. Hence 20 men can do the same work in 15 days working 6 into 30 into 10 by 20 into 15 hours a day, which is equal to 6 hours a day. There is a formula for doing this in an easier way, that is P1 into D1 into H1 by W1 is equal to P2 into D2 into H2 by W2. P refers to the person and days, and H refers to the hours. If they didn't give anyone, they only gave person and days or person and hours, you can leave it. And the next is equal to P2 refers to the second term they have given, which is 2P the person, D day, and H hours, and W is work, how much work done. Problems based on time and work. 1 day's work is equal to 1 by number of days to finish the work. For example, if a man A can finish a work in 8 days, then A's 1 day work is 1 by 8. A number of days needed to complete the work is equal to 1 by 1 day's work. For example, if a man's 1 day work is 1 by 10, then he can complete the work in 10 days. If some people work together and get some money for work, then their shares of money is equal to the ratio of their 1 day's work, which is equal to promotion of their work. A and B work together can do a piece of work in 20 days, but A alone can do it in 30 days. How many days would B take alone to do the same work? A plus B's 1 day work is equal to 1 by 20, and B's 1 day work is 1 by 30. So B's 1 day's work is equal to A plus B's 1 day work minus A's 1 day work. That is, which is equal to 1 by 20 minus 1 by 30, which is equal to 3 minus 2 by 60 when we take LCM, which is equal to 1 by 60. So B alone can do the work in 60 days.